Hey Zingers, and welcome to another fantastic Benzinga interview. I'm your host Kevin Dubrisky, and I've got some great guests today. We're talking with Christer Rosén, Chairman and CEO, and Alison Silva, President and CBO of Jupiter Neurosciences, and they are listed on the NASDAQ, ticker JUNS. It's my pleasure to welcome Chris and Alison. Guys, it's wonderful to have you here. Before we get started on any questions, do you mind giving us a little bit of a brief of what your company is and what you guys offer for the viewers?
Thanks, Kevin, for having us here and so on. We are very excited to be able to spread the word about something that we believe can actually spread all over the world. There is a lot of words, a lot of politics. There are discussions around the world. Can we accelerate getting products into the longevity and aging market much earlier with accelerator approvals and so on? Already after phase 2s, and we believe actually we have a product that is very much in the lead in that whole segment. So the world is open for us.
Wow, that's great. So, Chris, tell me, Jupiter Neuroscience is positioning itself to be $1 billion opportunity in brain health thanks to JOTROL. Could you tell us about that drug under development and why you think it holds so much promise?
Well, it's we did things a little bit different. We're a biotech company, but we took a nutraceutical product that is probably one of the most researched molecules in the world, called Resveratrol. It exists in red wine, so you can drink 10,000 bottles of wine per day, or you take 2 of our capsules. And the trick with Resveratrol is to get it in enough into the bloodstream, so it passes the blood-brain barrier. It's anti-inflammatory. It does a lot of things, good things for your body. And that is proven in a lot of preclinical study and a few human studies. But the existing product just doesn't do the job. And and today, when you look at all the different science around the world in longevity and aging, they all talk about anti-inflammatory things, increased mitochondria and so on. And that's what our product, JOTROL, do. And JOTROL is patented all over the world to 2036. And so we're just starting and to conquer what we think is going to be a fantastic time for us.
So, Alison, what makes Jupiter Neurosciences' patented resveratrol-based platform better than rival formulations?
Oh, thanks so much for asking. Well, we know that resveratrol is one of the world's most researched molecules. It's been around for a long time and has thousands, tens of thousands of journals published about it. It's a powerful antioxidant. It's known to increase mitochondrial biogenesis. It has a cascade of anti-inflammatory effects. However, for decades now, achieving therapeutic benefit has proven to be very elusive due to the molecule's extremely poor bioavailability and therefore the dose-limiting GI side effects. We know clinically that in order to have the therapeutic effect that you need, you have to have a plasma concentration, a minimum plasma concentration of over 250 nanograms per mil in a patient. And in order to get this, a patient would have to ingest approximately 5 grams of today's over-the-counter marketed resveratrol products. This would be impossible for them to do without having severe GI side effects or just not being able to functionally swallow that many pills. They're big, huge horse pills and lots of other issues that impact compliance when we're talking about having consistent therapeutic coverage. So really the ability to have this reformulated resveratrol, which we call JOTROL, in the clinic, we ran a phase 1 that showed 9-fold increase in bioavailability. So we're able to get that 250 nanogram per mil with 1/10 of the dose, which is, exactly those metrics that you want to cross when you're looking at a dose response profile. So approximately 9 times higher bioavailability at the peak plasma concentrations compared to naive resveratrol. No GI side effects were observed at these therapeutic levels. And we also have demonstration from earlier data that shows that we're able to reach the central nervous system bypassing the blood-brain barrier. So it makes it really just a key therapeutic for inflammation in the neurodegenerative space, inflammation in the longevity and health span space. So that's the cracking of the code that we believe we have done with resveratrol.
Wow, the way you just summarized everything and explained it sounds like a real game changer in this field. So that's great. Here's a question for the both of you. In addition to developing JOTROL for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and a broad spectrum of central nervous system diseases, the company is leveraging JOTROL in a line of longevity products. Could you tell us about those products specifically? MND, which was just launched?
Let me start with it, and then I'll let Alison go over and talk about some details. And it actually came to us about a year ago when we said that when there was so much publicity about now the longevity and aging market and how big it is, and many have jumped in it and so on. And we looked actually at the meeting and we said, hey, we have probably the best product in the world for this. And we have clinical data versus with a nutritional supplement. While most companies claim they have it, I could say 99% of them they don't. So we are definitely ahead of the curve, and we have already one with the product going into Parkinson's trial, and then at the same time, then we said, why don't we launch then a nutraceutical line and have some cash flow? I happen to like cash flow. Biotech is not cash flow, but I happen to like that. And then Alison actually worked with both scientists and formulators and so on, and put together, our initial line of Nugevia products and so on. So I'll leave it to Alison now.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. So we announced in early June that we were rolling out these first consumer products. And it really was a massive initiative for the company to take on, especially being a biotech company, taking the base product, which is a non-RX JOTROL product, and combining it with unique elements to build a product line that we thought addressed three really unmet needs for consumers who still wanted that access to the base JOTROL product, that really powerhouse anti-inflammatory component. So we've announced those three product lines. Glow, which is our Beauty Firm Within product. We're combining JOTROL plus a collagen producer, a stimulant of cellular repair. And then we've announced Mind, which is a curcumin plus resveratrol plus JOTROL product that enhances cognitive performance and supports that neuroprotective health. And then the third product in that line is Power, which is really our mitochondrial optimization supplement. So for recovery with athletes or just people who are aging but want to really strengthen the largest muscle in your body, which is your exoskeleton, and keep that safe and strong as we go through the aging process. Those three products will launch in September. So we've put all resources, both human and capital, behind this 10-month plan to get those three programs into consumers' hands. And we're really excited. I know Chris and I are going to take all three products. It's 2 capsules a day. It'll be packaged in a little sachet that will be easy access, easy to swallow, no toxic dyes, vegan supplements, everything that we think is important to consumers these days, especially in the health span space. And we're really excited to get these out to the market and to hear the testimonials roll in.
I love everything you're saying, and I'm excited for you guys because this sounds like a great product. I want to see you guys do well. Chris, I've got a question for you. So, what is the market opportunity for Jupiter Neuroscience in the longevity industry, and when do you think the Nugevia unit will translate into sales for the company?
Um, the market is enormous. If you look at the regular resveratrol is sold for about, the sales around the world is about $200 million a year. Now we come with something that actually works, and it's much more potent. And so how much can we take of that market? Call it 30%. That's 60 million. And that's just on the resveratrol side. Curcumin is $500 million a year. So now we're combining all this. So the market size is huge. And We actually, of course, it's going to be a rollout, so it takes some time. We're definitely going to have revenue this year, but it's like next year and especially the following year after that. We think that then with ambassadors, like we got the goat of female golf, like the Tiger Woods of female golf, Annika Sorenstam. She is our lead ambassador. We are lining up several others that we're going to be announcing. We have leading KOLs in neurosciences. We have physicians that treats athletic teams and so on joining us. And the thing is that the people ask us, for the first thing, even like Annika, when we call her, so, well, what's the science behind it? Because they all have been approached by a lot of various companies that many of them are snake oil in the nutraceutical business. And so when we present the science behind it, all the things with the professors that joined us just because the phase 1 study results, it's very exciting. Internally, we're really excited about it. The market don't know about it yet. When you look at where we are in the stock price and so on, and we even were hit by short sellers heavily. Our stock went up probably too fast in the IPO, and then we were nailed by the short sellers. And hey, we took it. Okay, we need to deliver. When we deliver, the share price is going to take care of itself. So that's what we plan to do here, and do it probably sooner than what most people expect.
Wow, that's great. I'm glad you mentioned the share price because in addition to making progress on the drug development and product fronts, the company recently regained compliance with the NASDAQ stock market. What message does that send to your investors about the future of the company?
I think it's more sent a message to the short sellers that because we can see it, of course, rumors are spread and so on, that watch out, this might be costly. We are not going to go away. We're going to be a mainstay, and we're going to make a really dent in the whole market, both on the RX side with our Parkinson's trial with results coming already expected to be towards the end of next year. And, you can just look at companies that have had positive results in the phase 2 in Parkinson's. Usually then the market value ends up being $400 million, which is like 10 times where we are today. So it's, we are very excited where we are. And so it's, I think that this is exciting to be able to tell the story. Thanks so much for that.
Wow, that's some great information, great stuff, and very exciting about your company's future. Alison, Chris, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. And that was our interview with Jupiter Neuroscience. Fantastic company. Really looking forward to see what they have in store. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.